Hello everyone and welcome to the Oklahoma Accent Challenge. This is the Grapes of Wrath, page 146 of the original book. My no work busily at a carcass, and the smell of roasting pork bones came from the stove. The children had fallen by the way in the late night. Winfield lay curled up in the dust outside the door, and Ruthie, sitting in a box in the kitchen where she had gone to watch the butchering, had dropped her head back against the wall. She breathed easily in her sleep, and her lips were parted over her teeth. Tom finished with the tools and came into the kitchen with his lantern, and the preacher followed him. "Got in the buckboard," Tom said. "Smell them meat, and listen to her crackle." Ma laid the bricks of meat in the keg and poured salt around and over them and carried a layer with salt and patted down. She looked up at Tom and smiled a little at him, but her eyes were serious and tired. "Be nice to have pork bones for breakfast," she said. The preacher stepped beside her. "Let me salt down this meat," he said. "I can do it. There is other stuff for you to do." She stopped her work then and inspected him oddly, as though he suggested a curious thing, and her hands were crossed with salt pink with fluid from the fresh pork. "It's women's work," she said finally. "It's all work," the preacher replied. "There's too much out to split it up to men's or women's work. You got stuff to do. Let me salt the meat." Still for a moment she stared at him, and then she poured water from a bucket into the tin wash basin, and she washed her hands. The preacher took out the blocks of pork and patted on the salt while she washed. And he laid them in the kegs as she had, only when he had finished the layer and carried it carefully and patted down the salt was she satisfied. She dried her bleached and blew her hands. Tom said, "Ma, what's that we gonna take from here?" She looked quickly about the kitchen. "The bucket," she said, "all the stuff to eat with, plates, and the cups, the spoons and knives and forks. Put all of them in that drawer and take the drawer. The big fry pan and the big stew kettle, the coffee pot, when it gets cool, take the rack out of the oven. That's good over a fire. I like to take the wash tub, but I guess there ain't room. I'll wash clothes in the bucket. Don't do no good. Take little stuff. You can cook little stuff in a big kettle, but you can cook big stuff in a little pot. Take the bread pans, all of them. They fit down inside each other." She stood and looked about the kitchen. "You just take that stuff. I told you, Tom. I'll fix up the rest. A big can of pepper and a salt and nutmeg and the grater. I'll take all the stuff, just add the last." She picked up a lantern and walked heavily into the bedroom, and her bare feet made no sound on the floor. The preacher said, "She looks tired." "Women's always tired," said Tom. "That's just the way women is, except it means once and again." "Yeah, but tired than that. Real tired. Like she's sick tired." So, that's it for today, folks. That does it. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next time.